A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. In this particular session, I would be sharing the message which says, you are developing the gift of intuition. One more statement was that you are on the path of developing a strong intuition. So this is for again those people only who are doing active inner work since a long time. And some of them might be confused thinking that, maybe I'm not that gifted, I'm not that developed and things like that. But if you have reached this message, because the way that you're connecting to these messages also is via your intuition. You were on the internet. This is not a marketed or a promoted video. This is like randomly put on the YouTube, such a big YouTube world. And there are so many videos. YouTube is literally, you can say it's a kind of universe in its own. It has all types of videos, all kinds of videos, all type of content. Why out of all those videos you choose to come to content like this? And how do you reach here? Right? So this is also happening via your intuition, because your intuition is guiding you to content and to messages like this. Other than that, I'm being told that your gut feeling is very strong nowadays. It is stronger than before. And most important thing that I'm being shown is that earlier, if someone would come and tell you that whatever you're doing is not right, in some ways, people try to persuade you to do something else. Or say you catch on to someone's feelings and you shift your behavior even before they say something to you. Like mentally or in your emotional, energetic body, you receive their messages. You receive what they are thinking about you. And you no longer want to do the things that you were doing for you. And they find out that you have changed. So they'll come and tell you, did you hear something from someone? Did someone tell you anything? What have I done to you that you're acting this way? Why have you changed your behavior? And you can tell them that, look, you are doing this with me or that with me. Like maybe you're not looking for evidence as such because you're very sure. In some cases, you're thinking about that person. Maybe you're upset, maybe you're happy. That's a different thing. But you're genuinely thinking about that person. You maybe want to call them up or message them. And even before you do that, you see that their phone is coming to you. That phone call is coming to you. Or they're just ringing your doorbell and they're standing outside at your door. And you're like, oh my God, I was just thinking about you. How did you come here? Or how did you call me out of the blue? And so many such little and small and big type of coincidences happen. For example, there are chances that you might get stuck in a situation which is going to be very difficult for you. But because of your timing, because of the things you do at a certain time, that problem actually turns into other people pulling in, helping you out, taking interest in what you want to do. And suddenly, instead of getting stuck in a very bad situation, because of your sense of intuition, because of that what decision should I take, in some people's opinion, the words you're saying and the decisions you're making may not be the most apt ones, but you are 100% sure because your intuition is guiding you, your gut feeling is guiding you that I don't need to go by this example or I don't need to go by that. I'd rather follow what my intuition is telling me. And eventually everything falls into place. And the way things fall into place, you're surprised, but at the same time you're like, yes, I knew that it will all work out. You could be falling into a very difficult situation. Say you have to pay a rent, okay? And just before you pay your rent, something happens and you lose all your money or you spend all your money. It could be something important also. It's not necessary, it has to be something just like that. And you spend all of that money and then now you need to pay for your rent. And maybe even before paying for your rent, something else also comes up, like some old bill comes up. And you have 7 days to do it. But you are very, very, very sure and very calm and relaxed that something will happen. Something will click. It will all work out. You keep doing your hard work because intuition Intuition is something that makes you stronger in what you're doing, so that you're not sitting idolizing, wasting time into bad habits or addictions or something like that. No. People who have strong intuition, they also have things to do of their own. They are never in a situation where they are confused like what to do next. These people keep doing their things with a very calm and relaxed attitude, knowing that whatever I am thinking or whatever my intuition is telling me will definitely happen. So why should I waste my time crying and worrying? Because they know that crying and worrying will change their frequency. When they are relaxed, when they are calm, when you know, not they, but when you know, they as in all the people who are going through this, and you if you are resonating with it, when you know that something is going to happen like this is the way, this is the pattern, this is the format, you don't have to waste your energy on it, on that situation or on that result also. In fact, you don't care about the result, because this is not making efforts to get a certain result. This is having faith that universe, that source, your masters, they have your back. So you don't need to do anything extra, or you don't need to like feel bad or start crying or start worrying and fall into a lower frequency or lower vibration. So you will do your work, and whatever will come every day, you will do it with bigger hope. And you'll have hope till the last minute. And say, you are like confused. Maybe it's not about just the money. Maybe universe is trying to teach you that everything has a solution. Okay? Maybe you're living in this house for say 5 years. Okay? And in the last 5 years, you've never missed the rent. You've never missed the rent. You've never delayed it. And I'm just giving these examples, guys, so that most people can resonate. You can change this, or you can, put something else instead of it. If not rent, then maybe electricity bill. If not electricity bill, then car loan. If not that, then insurance. Something or the other. Okay, you've never missed. You've never created any scene over there. But before you develop the intuition, you would be a person who would be tensed and worried, and you would be thinking about 100 things like, should I sell this, should I do that, should I do this. You would be unable to buy more time for yourself. You can't buy more time for yourself in that situation. But if you're a wise person, you can look through all the situation, because intuition power is not about predicting stuff only. A lot of people think that intuition means you can predict things. That is one of the things you can do. Intuition is a lot bigger than you can even imagine, Intuition makes you positive. Intuition gives you energy. Intuition makes you a person who can go after the things they want without worrying about anything. People who worry less, their intuition is stronger than the other person who worries a lot. Because when you worry a lot, then also you attract information, but it's the negative information. It's not the information that will benefit others through you, okay? Because we are all here to do that. We are here to benefit for others through us. And you cannot benefit other people, if you yourself are not in that state to take care of yourself or accept your life the way it is. When you have strong intuition, you don't compare. You don't compare your relationships with others, your income with others, your body with others, your colors. So intuition makes you a person, a strong intuition. Whosoever has that thing in them, they have a very strong connection with their solar plexus. Even though your intuition is connected with your third eye, your pineal gland, but it is actually getting energy from the solar plexus. Okay? Solar plexus is the seat of confidence. This is the place which makes you who you are, Low confidence means low intuition. So it is connected with that. And then automatically you will even do things like simple things. Like you would be stepping out of your house at the perfect time. You would be submitting a report at the perfect time. Like you would not even know how it will work for you, how it will automatically line up things for you. As I said, intuition is not just about making predictions. It's more about source integration. The more integrated you are with source energy, the higher will be your faith. And if your faith is strong, nothing can derail you. So you will become a person who is able to buy time in bad situations. If there's some challenge, is able to enjoy even when things are not going their way. They're able to maintain life on a daily basis. So for example, as I was talking about that rent thing, say you talk to the landlord, you call the landlord, whosoever it is, and you tell that person that, you know what, I won't be able to pay the rent this time. I've paid always on time for 5 years, but this time some situation has happened. And to your surprise, the landlord will be like, oh, come on, it's okay. Why are you worried? You are such a great tenant, I'm not worried. I can take it next month also, or whenever you can. You could be buying maybe 1 week or 10 days. You could be thinking that, I don't know, would it be embarrassing? I'm saying for those who have weaker intuition will be embarrassed and scared to make such a call. But otherwise, they won't be. They'll be very transparent with people. They'll tell people, you know what, I'm also human. I can have problems, just like you can have problems. I can also have health issues. I can also have some financial issues. But strong intuition does not mean that you will sit idle and do nothing, because it will give you great ideas. It will give you confidence. It will give you a very honest approach about yourself, like you would be speaking your truth. Your throat chakra will be also activated, because such a throat chakra is below your third eye, your intuition, your pineal gland. And in between there is heart chakra. So you can see all the chakras are somehow getting affected and impacted with a strong intuition. So all those people who are listening to this, two things can happen. Either you have developed a strong, very strong intuition, or you're on the path of achieving that kind of strong intuition. And this will also connect you to information, which is very good for your soul. People who have poor intuition power, they attract information, they attract people, they attract situations which are detrimental to their mental health, detrimental to their soul growth and prosperity and whatever they are here to do. On this planet, everybody is here to do something. Everybody is here to learn, basically. Either you are here to clear off the karma. So you have strong intuition power, you will be able to convert your curses into blessings. Imagine you have 5-10 generational curses which are very heavy, but because of your intuition power, because of your inner work, you're literally dancing through it, and you have converted your curse into a bigger, much bigger thing in life. And people are shocked at you. People are looking at you like, you look at all the handicapped people, some of them are so amazing, so brilliant, so talented, so good. Like you look at them and you feel like, you know what, they're better than all the billions of people on this planet, because they can do things that even normal people can't do. How are they doing it? Because they've developed their gift of intuition. I have seen blind people cross roads, board metros, buy tickets, stand in the queue. Most of them don't have to stand in the queue because that much respect we give to them. But their speed, the way they process things, the way they read people's energy, the way they move on, the way they are living their life, they are so inspiring. Some of them are so inspiring. In fact, once I saw a dog at the metro station. This dog was actually with a handicapped person. The dog knew everything, which station to go to, where he has to drop this man. And once he dropped this person off, then he had to go back and board the metro and go back to the designed station. He was doing all of that. A dog had developed such a strong sixth sense, because animals cannot read signs and they cannot be like, yeah, that's where. No, they developed a sixth sense. They already have a sixth sense, but if they're trained well, they are taught well. But this type of an animal intelligence I had never seen before. I was very amazed. I was so impressed that this dog is responsible for a handicapped person, putting them on a seat, sitting with them till whatever time they're traveling, then dropping them off, and then coming back, boarding the train and going back to their place wherever they came from to report back. Like, wow, what is this? So either the person who trained them has really, 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 really awesome intuition, because the trainer has to be amazing, to train an animal to be like this. Or the dog itself was such a gifted dog that he or she attracted a master, a teacher who would be perfect to teach them these things. So as long as they're living on planet Earth, every day they are doing amazing things. That's what intuition does to you. Intuition will make you live on a day-to-day basis. If in the evening you had a certain experience of the day, the next day would be a clean slate because you would be sleeping very well. You'll sleep on time, first of all. You will attract the best food that suits your spiritual ascension. You will be surrounded by the right type of people. If not, you will be in solitude. But you'll always be surrounded by very positive energy. You will be protected. You will be guided. You will be gung-ho. You will be so gung-ho you cannot even imagine. Now that I'm saying it, you can imagine, and that's the purpose of this channeling, that you should be able to think that yes, I can also develop my intuitive abilities. I can develop my intuitive gifts. Because then you'll be full of energy. Then every day you'll have great things to do. And it could be simple things, but it would feel so great. Everything will be simple for a lot of people. Some of them may not even notice what you're doing. But you will be doing it in such a way that you'll only gain. And you will then realize that you're actually having a human experience on planet Earth. What is the meaning of being human? A lot of people say, I'm a human, I'm a human, I'm a human. Actually, it's not being something, it's having a type of experience. A specific type of experience on planet Earth. And that's a human experience that you're having. And to be human means to have all those qualities that human beings have. Maximum people are not even humans. They are below humans. And animals and birds and plants and trees, all of them are much, much, much above them because they follow nature. But a lot of humans, the so-called humans, they are not in their human potential or human energies. They are controlled by dark forces. They are controlled by demons. They are controlled by Asuri Shaktis. Asur means a monster, a demon. Asur, sur. Sur is tune. Asur means without any tune. A person without any tune doesn't know what they are doing, why they are doing. Because they are so programmed, they are just living in a limbo. They are just getting used by these agents of devil. When the agent of devil wants them to stand up, they will stand up. They'll say, go out, go to office, 9 p.m. or AM, whatever, you have to report. Okay. Go and buy this. Go and buy a fur jacket. Because if you buy a fur jacket which is full of animal cruelty, the demon will feel very nice. Because they like cruelty, So intuition will help you also read energies. If you, like it happened with me a couple of times, someone gifted me a diary. Honestly, at that time, I did not know whatever the diary was made of. But they gave me the diary and I was so repulsed by it. So even today, I was like, what is this? I can't accept it. I told that person I can't accept it. They said, oh, it's specially customized for you. We have put your initials on it, on the diary and blah, blah, blah. You must use it every day. Why was this person like requesting me so much that I should use it every day? I should plan my day. So this person was really trying to convince me, or the demon inside them was trying to convince me a lot. But I was like, no, at that time I was not able to sense the entities. I mean, at that time, okay, this is like long back. But then I could sense that something is up with this diary. Later on, I found out that this diary was actually made of leather. And I was like, oh, because leather is made out of extreme cruelty. An animal is skinned alive. Okay, and if you ask people who make leather, like, why do you do this? Why do you skin animals alive? They would say, oh, if you don't do that, the leather quality won't be good. It's shocking the type of answers people give when they perform these cruel acts. Okay, but your intuition will safeguard you from many such things. It'll safeguard you from many such food items. It'll tell you, don't eat this. It's not good for you. It will spoil your energy or it will give you trouble. And you'll be like, okay, fine. Or like I said, diary, clothes, shoes. There's another friend of mine who told me recently, very interestingly, that some of the people, they had to wear shoes made out of certain animal skin. but he was not able to wear it. He refused to wear it because he is an animal lover and he feeds the animals, he takes care of them. So it was impossible, very difficult for him. But who gave him the strength to deny a certain rule or a certain type of an expectation which is put out from every people? It was the intuition, it was the guiding force within. And when you do inner work or when you do mission work, because I have noticed that some people actually get into mission work first, and this is absolutely lucky, I think, if they do that, like unknowingly, because they've actually gone through so much trauma, pain, sadness in life. When they start getting out of it and when they decide that, you know what, I am not going to be in this situation anymore, the first thing they want to do is take care of someone innocent, someone innocent they want to protect. So instead of like going for meditation or going for some kind of sadhana or tapasya, they'd rather start doing something like every day they'll go 1 hour to some rehab to just help people out, or they'll start volunteering somewhere, or they'll just start preparing food for, some poor children, and they start educating kids who can't afford to go to school, or they'll just start helping out, and they'll just attract those situations. Maybe people will trouble them, then they will handle that also like a warrior, like an ascension warrior. They are then able to give answers, rebuttals. They know how to handle what nerve should you touch, press to make a person act in a certain way. And they will never use it for their personal gains or benefits. They will do everything because they know that this is planet Earth and creating karma is the most stupid thing to do. Like, why do you have to create karma? You don't want to come back here. Or maybe if you have a stipulated time here, then the masters have already predestined your life. Your every single day is already predestined. You don't have to worry about anything. So intuition helps you with these things. Like, you don't have to worry, because worrying is the worst energy to have. In Hindi, we call this word chinta. And consciousness is called chitta. Okay, so chitta, and there are various words that come from this word. Chitta, chintan. Chintan means thinking, but chinta means worrying. So chinta and chintan are two different things, opposite things. Chintan means while you're doing a task, you're thinking about it. Okay, this is the process, this is the step. That's like literally research work or prep work. Okay, but chinta, worrying, is like, that example, how will I pay my rent? How will I pay my rent? Maybe I have to take a loan. Maybe I need to take some credit. Okay, maybe I need to sell something off. Oh, I won't be able to make this money. You still have so much time. Anything can happen in 10 days. Anything can happen in a week. Anything can happen in 2 days, 3 days. But you don't have faith, and because you don't have faith, and I'm not talking about people who just make excuses. That's not intuitive abilities, okay? People who are lazy, people who don't do anything, people who don't get up from their ass to get something done. These people are different that I'm talking about. These people are go-getters. These people are doing inner work. These people are doing mission work. So those people who get into mission work before, even they know what inner work is, even they learn a lot in this process, and their intuition becomes very strong because every day they are handling somebody or the other or something or the other. Because mission work means every day is an adventure. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know, and you don't care. You don't care. You don't give a rat's ass to these situations. What is happening yesterday? What happened yesterday? What will happen tomorrow? Yesterday, whatever happened is gone. It's over. And that person who is living that yesterday is already dead. When you wake up from your sleep, you're a new person. You're reborn. So every day you're taking birth. Every day, literally. Literally. Because what is that? That is also like someone goes off to sleep, isn't it? So many people die in their sleep. Next morning they never wake up. So my friends, all those people who are present on this channeling, first of all, thank you so much if you're doing inner work. And secondly, I want to congratulate you, and I want to just give you a word of appreciation and acknowledgement. If no one has around you, don't have to think that you're all by yourself, you're lonely. As an identity or as a body, that may be the case, because then people feel lonely. Alone is a very, very, very misunderstood word, because English language was basically created from a book of spells called Grimwall, and that's where they got the word grammar from. So if you look at English language, it is the most confusing language. It is written in a different way, spelled in a different way, enunciated in a different way. You don't know what the syllables mean. A can be a, different sounds are there. But Sanskrit language, from where most other languages have come, and the script is Devanagari, It is a language which is whatever you write is how you speak it. There is no confusion. If you write a word, say any word, for example, my name also, if you write it in Hindi, Sunamoon, whatever way I'll write it, that is anyone who knows this language, anyone who can write and read this language will pronounce it exactly the way it is written, the matras, the sound. So this language was actually created so that people remain confused about the word especially. Like alone is such a beautiful state of being, state of mind, state of being, but they've made it sound like a bad thing. For example, the word selfish and selfless. The word selfish, if you break it, it means selfish, which means full of self. Selfish, full of self. And selfless means somebody who's not without self. Self is your soul actually. Self is what is inside of you, and self is the same speck of light that source is. But when they speak about selfless people, which means kind people, they use the word selfless, like they don't have a soul. That's why they are doing these things. And selfish, actually these two words should be swapped. Then they will make perfect sense. But then, as I said, it's coming from, all these people who have colonized the whole world. And I'm not saying all people, I'm talking about those who did these acts, and maybe some of them are still ruling a lot of the masses, because nowadays slavery is not happening in a typical sense where you abducted, taken to the market, sold off and all that. No, nowadays we are all modern slaves. We are slaves of technology. The same technology can be used in a very wonderful way, but we actually become slaves to it. So intuition is very important over here, because intuition will give you discernment. Intuition will help you judge better. And judge, again, is not a bad word. It's not a bad thing to judge others. But judging others in a negative way is bad. But if you want to find out something, you want to take some action, that's why we give the word judgment, when we come to a conclusion. Even a person who looks at all the reports and all the queries or all the cases in a court of law is also called judge. So don't judge a book by its cover. We say that, right? So it actually means that don't come to any conclusion just by looking at the cover. You don't know what's inside the book. I can say the same for my own book, In the Name of Love, because when you look at the title, you might think it is a romantic book. But then that's why I use that title, because I want anybody who reads it to understand that this is not what you think love is. Love is very different. It's unconditional. It uplifts people. It helps people ascend to a higher dimension. That's what love is. And that's what these stories are depicting in this book. So those who are very romantic by nature, they'll say, oh, we thought there'll be more romance. There is a lot of romance. There's love-making scene also. There is some magical scenes also. There's a lot of adventure in these stories. People who have read this book have sometimes told me that we've repeatedly read this book also. Like we read it many times, same stories over and over again, and every time we felt something different, something new. So these are different feedbacks. People say, oh, what is love according to you? What do you mean by love? So love is also connected to intuition. That's what I personally feel. That intuition power helps you to love better. You can love people so much better because you know who needs what. You meet someone who's very angry, very cross, very negative, you will automatically know how I should deal with this person, what I should do to this person. And that is also love. Because if you're going to also do what others are doing around that person, then you're not helping that person's case at all. You got to do what is right, not even what your identity wants to do, because sometimes identity, which is ego, also interferes, like let's do this because your image and blah, blah, blah. So you're like, okay, come on. First of all, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to exist in my reality. So it will give you a lot of discernment. It will give you a lot of ease with your own self, with your own body. You'll feel very light. And all those people who are already experiencing changes in their lifestyle, in their health, in their personality, you can't expect the results to happen in such a short span. Like someone had written a long comment referring to people like me as these ladies. So these ladies, she wrote, these ladies always talk about this journey in a very nonchalant way, as if, it's so easy. yeah, a few years of inner work. Well, I want to say, like, what are you expecting? You want to come to a YouTube channel. Like, this is where I want you all to be practical. You want to go to a YouTube channel and you want to watch a video, and after the end, like whenever the video ends, you want to be in union with your person. Because why are you in separation? That is not important for these people, all the people who crib. It's not important for them because they don't want to work on themselves. They don't care about those things. They just care about my way is the highway. I like that person. I love that person. I want that person right now. That's how they behave. So they go to channeling videos, or they go to prediction videos, or they go to tarot card readings. And then they want, like, and then the whole spotlight is under, like, responsibilities under this person, on this person, not under, on this person. Like, you are responsible, and all this is happening in a very short while, because soon they'll move on to another channel, or maybe another person, or something else. And moment by moment, their expectation from others, or trying to blame others, they don't want to do the work. The problem with a lot of people is that they don't want to do inner work because they feel that, oh, inner work is not easy. It requires me to be disciplined. It requires me to act this way, live this way. I cannot be this, I cannot be that. They've already assumed a lot of things. Like, if I do inner work, I'm going to become a person like this or that, which I don't want to be. And life would be so boring if I act this way or that way. They want to continue with their negativity, like blaming random people on the internet whom they've not even connected with, to be very honest. I don't think they connect with these type of ladies, who are making these type of videos and trying to tell us that just do your inner work and after a few years things will change. I am saying things will change if you decide things to change, and that can happen even in one day. If in one day you make a decision that next day or tomorrow onwards, I'm not going to do this or that, I'm not going to be this or that, I'm just going to be myself and real, and that's it. Next day onwards, you will wake up as a better person, or a different person. But that depends on you. You can continue to crib, complain, cry, blame others, but it will not really help. So intuition will actually stop you from doing that. And intuition will help you understand that you are your own best friend. You'll actually have moments with yourself. You'll have self-talk moments. You'll share your problems with yourself and with source. And you'll discuss, like when we say the word chintan, which I spoke about a while back. Chintan means to think. Not overthink, but to think practically, technically, in a solution-oriented way. So if your chitta, which is consciousness, and it has all these shards, or it has a load of chinta, consciousness is also like a scientific term which is trying to tell people that it produces whatever you put into it. If you put worry into it, automatically you'll start seeing a reality which is full of situations that make you more worried. So it's like either equal energy will be shown to you, the match of who you are, or it feels more because you're already worried and another situation comes up, now you're worried about that. So intuition power is very much required in this journey for the success of this journey, because your life is not just about dating a person. You are not just about being someone's girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife. You have a lot more than that going on in your life. You are a human being. You're a multi-dimensional being who can do so much, and who's here to ascend, and who's here to enjoy this human experience. You don't also always have to be sad and troubled and constantly like doing, because this is more about enjoying what's happening to you. It's more about happening, happenstance, and less about putting too much effort into it. So you have faith, you become a device, you let source decide what's the best for you, because source is connected to your higher version or highest version. We all merge into source. That's what they say, we all merge into source. Why do they say that? Where are we all going actually? When we ascend, what do we experience? We keep ascending. There is a lot of deep stuff that I can talk about, but right now I'm not going to talk about it. I want you all to also grow on this content. I have noticed that people have grown In last 2 years, 3 years, ever since I dedicated, this particular channel for this particular work, I've seen people who have been with me for so long, and they've grown with time. And they are in a better place, in a better space, doing good things for themselves, enjoying their life. And all of this is because they're focused on their third eye. So for your personal situations, you can check out the description box. Description box has all the links, all the details that you need. It has a link to the Patreon in case you are interested in a Zoom class every month. So it's not one Zoom class once. No, it is Zoom classes, class upon class upon class upon class every month. Okay. And this will be a group discussion. So I'm going to tell all of you people, maximum people should join it. More the merrier. The more questions will be answered, and I'll try to answer, like the most relevant questions and most interesting questions which have, the touch of metaphysical knowledge, because that's what we all want, right? We all love metaphysics over here. That's why we intuitively have connected with this type of content, right? And if you want personal session, customized, only your stuff has to be discussed, then you can take a reading or you can take another type of session we have. If you want to work on yourself, do deep inner work, then there are various therapies which are amazing, which are so much fun, and there's a lot of learning. And for those who want to learn, and for those who are actually dedicated and devoted to ascend, okay? And yes, kindly do not share your twin flame journey in advance with me. And you can also get my book, In the Name of Love, A Journey of Finding Your Ultimate Soulmate. The link is also given in the description box. So yes, all those people, your intuition is growing. It's becoming better and better and better. And that's an amazing thing to happen to anyone, because then you will experience something else, not the same stagnant. In Hindi, we have a word, ghisi piti, boring life. You won't experience life like the way you're experiencing or you have been experiencing. You'll see life in a very different way. Your vision will shift. Your perception will change. You'll become very light. You'll become a light being. That's why we say light worker. People who work with the light, they are also light themselves. So you are light, and you can handle challenges also. It's not like, once you ascend, there are no challenges. There are always something or the other to learn, but the way you learn, the way you look at things, it shifts, It's no longer that way which is programmed, based on programmed reality and negative programming on top of that, So I'll see you soon in another one. One love and peace out, and Jai Shri Ram.